Okay, so some more bad news, except this time for the New York Giants. Daniel Jones' status is in doubt Sunday versus the Cleveland Browns. He suffered an ankle sprain in the second quarter versus Arizona. And here's another tough SOB. So I found out that Daniel Jones was battling through a hamstring ailment versus Arizona that game. This was reported by Ian Rappaport, and it was written by Nick Shook, around the NFL writer. So I'll start off with you, Nate. What do you think about Daniel Jones' injury?
Well, just like the other one, hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. Good luck to him. It's the same thing that I talked about Christian McCaffrey yesterday. Just shut him down. It's that simple. I mean, the Giants have been steadily improving, and a lot of that reason is because of Daniel Jones has been cutting down the mistakes. Now that he's gone, the backup actually didn't do that bad against the Seahawks. I mean, as for the Giants, as against the Cardinals, that's a different story. But I mean, like you said in the other two, with Christian McCaffrey and what was his name, Frank Ragbro, um, just shut him down for the rest of the year. There's 2 weeks left. Well, actually, technically three, but still, after this, is going to be 2 weeks left. Giants still have a shot at making the playoffs, but at the same time, if you want to keep doing that, you got to have your players healthy. Um, so obviously, of course, I wish him the best of luck, and I wish best of luck to the Giants.
Well, first, I wish him the best of luck too. Before I say anything else, but I will say this: to what you're saying, I really can't agree or disagree with it. Here's what I'll say: since he is in doubt, Sunday against the Cleveland Browns, I'd sit him down for that game, right? Put Colt McCoy in, because they do have a very good defense, the New York Giants. They have a very good defense. Even though last game they didn't really show it, they do have a very good defense. And Colt McCoy, when he came in that one game, I think like a couple of weeks ago, he did play a decent game. So I'd say this: you sit down Daniel Jones for this game against Cleveland. See how Colt McCoy does. Based on how Colt McCoy does, is based on the decision on what you do with Daniel Jones. Because you also got to remember, right now it's New York and it's Washington right now. Those are the two that are probably, one of those two are definitely going to make the playoffs. The other one, I don't necessarily see them making the wild card, but it still is possible. So with that being said, the New York Giants still have a chance of making the playoffs. It's not like they're completely out. They still have actually a very good chance of making it. So with that being said, I say this week you sit down Daniel Jones. Depending on how Colt McCoy does, you start Daniel Jones, or you make that, or sit Daniel Jones based on the decision that you made on how Colt McCoy performed against the Cleveland Browns. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If Colt McCoy plays a good game against the Cleveland Browns, and Cleveland Browns defense is not bad. They're decent. You know what I'm saying? They're not the best, but they're decent. If Colt McCoy plays a good game against the Cleveland Browns, you could make a case of sitting down Daniel Jones for the rest of the regular season. And then if they do make the playoffs, you start Daniel Jones. You could make that case, and that's a good idea to do. But if Colt McCoy has a rough time against the Cleveland Browns, then I would suggest playing Daniel Jones and so at least he has a week to recover, or a couple weeks to recover. But with that being said, I wish Daniel Jones all the best of luck, and I wish the New York Giants the best of luck.